Hi guys, how's it going? It's been a while since I've done a YouTube video, so I'm off this week, so I thought I'd do a few more for you. I'm going to start off today with an updated room tour. I wasn't going to do this for a while, but I'm planning on changing things up a bit in the near future. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity to just show you how it looks at the moment, because it has changed quite a bit since the last one, and I've got quite a few new pieces and sold a couple of bits and pieces. And after watching Christian's video yesterday, aka Daft Chris DK, I thought why not? I'll do an updated video myself. It's only been about 6 months since the last one, so a few pieces are the same, but the layout has changed quite a bit. So let's go and have a look around. Come on then, let's go, this way. You know you're losing the plot when you start joking to yourself on camera. Okay, first of all, I've started collecting collectible movie prints. If you want any details about the ones you see, just send me a message and I'll try and provide you with a link. This is a War Games print by an artist called James White. He goes by the name of Signal Noise, actually. It's a really great print, really love this one. Okay, so moving on into the lounge. Okay, I'll start off by doing a quick pan around like I did last time. Okay, so here's my seating area, and behind you see I've got some movie posters up. I did have the Weta 9 assault rifle up there, but I've actually sold that one because I wanted to get some prints up on the wall instead, and I think they look really cool up there. Okay, so panning round, we've got my Detolf over in that corner, which hasn't changed. The contents have changed slightly, but not the setup. Moving across, as you can see, I finally got my ARH Medusa. Then over here, this is the biggest change because I finally got a Besta setup, which I'm extremely happy with how that looks and how it's turned out. Over here I used to have my office desk and computer, but I've now moved that into a dedicated office, and I've moved my other Detolf over there. In this corner I've still got my Stormtrooper, and over here I've got my Rinzler maquette with a few portraits behind. Okay, so that's a quick pan around. Let's have a look at some more detail. Okay, these movie prints, these were a private commission for a Facebook group, not available to the public. And I actually wasn't part of the commission, but I was lucky enough to get hooked up with a set. And these are by an artist called Chris Weston, and they were sold as the set of 3, and they are really stunning prints. They're screen prints, and they're limited to 120 pieces or 120 sets. I do know of a set available, so if you're interested in a set of these, get in touch. Okay, and over in this corner I've got my Robocop print, which is recently acquired. This is by an artist called James Ream Davis, and it's a really stunning print, limited to just 87 pieces, and it's still fairly affordable. So if you like this, you should be able to track one down at a pretty good price. Okay, so moving on to the statues. Up the top I've still got my life-size Gremlin. This is by NECA. This is my oldest piece and still one of my favourites. Really love that, never going to get rid of him. And in here we've got the Christopher Johnson and Sons by Weta. This is from District 9. Even though I sold my life-size replicas, I'm going to keep this guy because I think it's such a great statue. And it's actually my only statue in 1/6 scale, but it's so detailed. Really love it. Okay, this is my R2-D2 cookie jar. I don't really like him in this cabinet, I don't think he really goes, but I've got nothing else to fit in this space at the moment, so I'm happy for him to sit there for the time being. Down the bottom we've got the Blue Spartan Premium Format by Sideshow Collectibles. It's quite a rare piece, limited to just 100 pieces. There's also a red version. It's a really cool statue, comes with 3 weapons. You've got the assault rifle, needler and a pistol. I've actually got this piece on eBay at the moment. Not that I don't like it, but I've run out of space and there's a couple of pieces which I'd like more, so I figured I could let this one go. But it really is a stunning piece. Sideshow did a good job on these. Okay, up here we've got the Scar Predator Biomask by Sideshow. I said in my last video that it had some stick when this piece came out, but it's a really cool display piece. We've got Transformers on the TV at the moment. I haven't actually seen this one, so I might check that one out later. Okay, over here I've finally received my ARH Medusa Rattlesnake. Bit of drama with this piece. I'll go into more detail when I do the full review, hopefully this week. But it's taken about a year to get this, due to various issues and delays at the factory, and the first one come in damaged. But now that it's here, it was worth the wait, because this is a stunning piece. I can see why it goes for big money. Behind there I've got a Mondo poster. This one's by Francesco Francavilla. He's actually my favourite artist. I've cut right down on Mondo prints, but I'll buy anything that Francavilla releases because I think his style and the colours of his prints are great. I love everything that he's got. I just need 2 more of his and then I'll have his whole back catalogue. Okay, over here we've got the red Predator mask. This is a custom piece. Really great mask, looks terrific. It's got a metal mesh grill for the eyes, real lasers instead of LEDs. Really cool job, the guy that made those. Okay, so over here we've got the biggest change. This is my Besta setup. I don't really like having more than 1 piece in each cube, but I've already run out of space, hence why I'm going to change things up again. Maybe get a couple more Bestas. But I've tried to pair up pieces so it doesn't look too bad. Okay, so going in for a closer look at each piece. This is the Dread Diorama by Pop Culture Shock. Still one of my favourite pieces. It's so well done, so well painted. Quality is top notch. I see people saying they don't get the hype over Pop Culture Shock, but once you get one of their pieces in hand, I think they're better than Sideshow personally. Controversial, I expect. Okay, so moving across, this is my latest purchase. This is the custom Wolverine statue. It was commissioned by Mad X Collector, sculpted by Troy McDevitt, and this one was painted by Randy Van Dyke. You can see the quality of the paint job. It's really stunning in person. And it's got various switch out parts to, it's got 3 heads total. You can switch out the severed saber-tooth head, if that doesn't appeal to you, but I think it looks fantastic. I'll do a full review of this piece again this week if I get a chance. It's my first custom, so you can, I'll give you my thoughts about custom pieces compared to production. Okay, over here we've got the Judged Death by Pop Culture Shock. Again, another fantastic piece. I was really worried about how they would ship this because, as you can see, it's such a fragile piece, but Pop Culture Shock did a great job. Best packaging I've ever seen on a statue. And so many switch out parts on this as well. But this is my favourite way to display him. Okay, so moving down. Excuse my knocking knees. This is Katana. This is the exclusive, again by Pop Culture Shock. Lots of issues with this piece when it came out, but I was lucky enough to get a pretty good one. A couple of minor issues, but you can't even see them when on display. And I think they did a fantastic job on this. I really like everything about it. I like the base. Some people say it's a bit too much, but I think it looks great. Okay, moving across again. This is the Spider-Man Comiquette. I'm sure everyone knows this piece. This is one of the ultimate Grail pieces. I think most people would agree on that. Such a fantastic sculpt and pose, everything about it. I don't think this will ever be topped as a Spider-Man piece. Really pleased to have this in my collection, and if you're a Spider-Man fan, I don't think anything else will do. You've got to get this piece. People say they've got the new Comiquette coming out, but it will never match this. In the background there, this is a piece from the Marvel chess set. This was the first piece in the collection. I bought it just to see what they were like, and it's okay, but I decided not to continue with the set, but I thought I'd have him in the back of the Besta. Okay, in the next cube we've got Shao Kahn by Pop Culture Shock. Again, this is a truly fantastic piece, everything about it really well done, and I'm really surprised that you can still get this piece for, well, I've actually seen it for less than retail price, and I think it's one of the best sculpts they've ever done, and the finish on it is fantastic. It's got a switch out head, which does look great, but it doesn't compare to this masked version. Such a great statue. I'm amazed you can still get it for retail price. Can't remember what the edition size is, but it's quite small, as are most of Pop Culture Shock's pieces. Okay, moving down to the bottom row. This is my very small Street Fighter collection. Sagat was the first piece that I picked up, and I was blown away by it, and it kind of made me want to get more Street Fighter pieces. I'm not prepared to pay the aftermarket prices on some of the older ones, but I was lucky enough to get Alex at retail price. It sold out, and then Jerry announced that there were a few cancellations, and I was lucky enough to get one of those. People say that the paint job is a bit of a letdown compared to Sagat because it hasn't got the blue veins and it's a little bit dull, but I think it's fantastic. I've just realised I've said fantastic quite a lot in this video. Alright, never mind, but they are all pretty great pieces. Okay, moving over to the next one. I've now got my 3 Sucker Punch Girls in the same cube, and I think they look great together. I still need to get the other 2 pieces, which I still plan on doing, but you know what it's like. New pieces come up all the time, and you say you're going to hold off and have a break, and then you still end up buying something new. So I never seem to have the spare cash to get the other two. But I plan on fixing that this year. Hopefully by the time I do the next collection tour, I'll have those two pieces so I can complete the set. But these are stunning, really great pieces. Probably the best quality pieces that I've got in terms of sculpt, paintwork, attention to detail. Yeah, really great. Okay, I'm moving over to my last Besta Cube. We've got the Spider-Man premium format, and I've got him in there with the Punisher Comiquette, which I have done a review of, but he's new since my last room tour. Was after that piece for quite some time and managed to get him for a really good price. And I think they make quite a good pairing actually, even though Punisher is supposedly 1/5 scale, or some people say he's between 1/4 and 1/5, and Spidey is 1/4 scale, but I guess because of his pose he looks maybe a bit smaller. So yeah, they look great together. Both amazing pieces. Okay, so that's the last of the Bestas. Over here, this isn't where I display this guy, but I've run out of space and I'm in the middle of moving things around again. But I thought I'd show you this guy, which is why he's on the floor. This is the Scar Predator. This guy's 1/5 scale, but because of the base, his overall height is about the same as a premium format, and he doesn't look out of place with the PFs. This is the exclusive, so it comes with the Alien Xenomorph switch out parts, and I think the edition size on this was just 200, so he's quite rare, and I think it's a great piece. People say they don't like the pose. Obviously that's a personal thing, but I think it looks great. And he also comes with a switch out unmasked head. But I like the I like him with the biomask. Okay, so over here we've got my other Detolf. I've still got Captain America on top, which I still love. Such a great bust. I'd love to get more life-size busts, but I just don't really have the space. Okay, I'm moving down. We've got Shaak Ti. This is the exclusive with the switch out arm holding the other lightsaber. This is a really great piece, one of Sideshow's hits from last year, I would say. They've done a really great job on this. Paint job is superb. But I have got this on eBay at the moment. Again, like I said with Master Chief, it's a great piece, but sometimes you've got to let great pieces go to enable you to pick up something else. So yeah, she's up for sale, but I won't be too disappointed if she doesn't sell. Okay, this is another new piece. Excuse the wires and plug in the background. This is the Luke and Yoda Dagobah training premium format. This is the exclusive, which comes with the Vader's helmet, which I think looks brilliant. Really great accessory, and it's nice to see a good exclusive piece. The base is really nice on this as well. People say that the likeness on this isn't great, but I was actually really surprised when I saw it. I mean, that's Luke Skywalker. You can see that. So yeah, I think that's a pretty cool piece. But again, this is another piece that I've got on eBay. I kind of figured if I sell Shaak Ti, this is my only Star Wars piece, So yeah, he's up for sale. But a great buy for someone because it's pretty cheap. If you're interested, send me a message and maybe we can work something out. Okay, so as I said, in this corner we've got the Stormtrooper, which I've got on a mannequin there. Nothing much to say about that, but pretty cool piece to have in the corner of your lounge. Okay, and here we've got the final piece. This is the Rinzler maquette. I've actually had this one repainted because when it came from Sideshow, I thought the sculpt was great. The light and effect is really nice. Batteries are a bit flat, which is why it's not turned on. But it was painted all one colour, which really let it down. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to pick it up on camera, but I've had the helmet given a darker look, and I've had 2 tones of black put on the body, and it's given it like a rubber effect and just added a bit of contrast. It is hard to pick up, but it's so much better than the original. The only issue is when it was sent back, the paint might have been a bit tacky and some of the foam on the inside stuck to his chest there and there, so I need to just touch that up at some point. But yeah, it's a cool piece. Not great. Sideshow could have done a better job on the finish, but it was my first quarter scale statue, so it's kind of got a bit of a special place in my heart. Okay, and just to finish off, I've got 3 portraits behind, 3 movie portraits. These are by an artist called Mike Mitchell, and he specialises in doing these portraits. And these are all artist proof versions, so these are all limited to just 10 pieces. So we've obviously got Mars Attacks, Arnie from Terminator, and Doc Brown. He's just done a Marvel show actually, so I might pick up another 3 if they make it to an online drop and have another display similar to this. Okay, so that's it. That's my current room setup. I hope you enjoyed the look around. Let me know what you think in the comments, and stay tuned for a couple more videos this week. As I said, I will try and do the review for Medusa and Wolverine. Okay, that's it for now. Oh, one last thing, if you've stayed to the end of this video, I do run a Facebook page for buying and selling collectibles. It's targeted for people in Europe, so if you're interested in these things and you want to join the group, the link is in the description and you can find me on there. Okay, thanks for watching and I'll see you again soon.